And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the lady of the house, Miss Brenda Moss, a.k.a. Lady D.
Lady D. Here I am. Welcome everyone to Let's Jazz It Up.
For the best in hip-hop music, keep it locked right here on Let's Jazz It Up, blogtalkradio.com with your girl, Lady Diva.
Lady Diva, this is your house. You got it like that.
All right, then.
Yeah, y'all, it's Lady Diva live on Let's Jazz It Up, blogtalkradio.com. Holla at your girl. Lady Diva, set the mood for romance. Smooth, slow jams. Here, live on Let's Jazz It Up, blogtalkradio.com. With your girl, Lady Diva. For the best in smooth jazz, R&B, and soul. Keep it locked right here at Let's Jazz It Up, blogtalkradio.com. Gentlemen, Miss Brenda Moss, a.k.a. Lady Diva.
when you're over like a folding clothes. She's so captivating. She's so amazing. Can't keep waiting for her.
All right, everyone. We have returned guest, R&B recording artist Larie Edwards Jr. back on my platform. Hey, Larie, are you with me?
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, are you with me?
I'm with you, sister. I'm with you. Glad to be back, man. Glad to be back.
All right. So speak a little bit closer to your phone or mic.
Okay, how's that?
That is perfect. That is so perfect. I'm glad you chose to come back on my platform. Oh, wow. Where are you calling from, Larie?
I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York. I'm originally from Richmond, Virginia, though, by way of Washington, D.C. And I'm in the Big Apple right now. Been here for the past 5 years. Loving every minute of it instead of the cost of living, but I'm loving the vibe. I'm loving where my career is going here, and I'm just honored to be recognized by any platform.
All right. Well, so before we get off into all your music, please explain to some of the curious listeners that never heard of you, briefly about yourself and how long you've been in the music industry, performing and singing and writing music.
Well, like I said before, I was born and raised in Richmond, Virginia. I grew up in the church under the tutelage of my father, Larie Edwards Sr, who is still to this day a gospel pianist, a well-known gospel pianist throughout the Richmond area and surrounding counties. He influenced me to get into music. Didn't force me. I just was around music so much. He would play everything from gospel to rhythm and blues to sometimes, spirituals and sometimes even jazz. So I got exposed to Donny, Hathaway, Teddy Pendergrass, Isley Brothers. So I was exposed. So it started there in the church. I started writing poetry and little silly songs as a kid at 9 and 10 years old. Eventually, I took it a little serious. And I started singing throughout middle and high school courses and little talent shows around the city. And people were telling me, hey, man, you should do something. So I actually decided to pursue music for my college career, which I now, hold a bachelor's degree from Norfolk State University as a music media major. That was a great experience getting under some great professors and learning classical music, learning jazz, and still keeping my R&B, footnotes, but gospel. Got exposed to a lot of things, and I moved to different cities, Washington D.C. to be one of them. I ended up dropping an album called Poetic Love, which gained critical acclaim underground, which I won 2 spoken word Billboard Awards for my song Average Brother, which was the most popular on the album. I also got a chance to open up for Jaguar Wright, the Delphonics Review. Who else? To the late, great Johnny Houston. I also opened up for the Ohio Players. I opened up for comedians Jimmy J.J. Walker from Good Times and John Witherspoon from Friday, God rest his soul. And, I've won countless awards throughout my career, from L.A. to Detroit to Chicago to Washington, D.C. and New York. And,
all right.
If you want to read my bio, go to my site that I'll give out later. But that's my story, and I just released an album, an EP, that you just heard, Captivating, which is available throughout all the social media, digital platforms. I'm sorry. Yeah. And that's from Love Anthems, the EP.
All right. Well, thank you for all that information. I very much appreciate that. I have a caller that's sitting in my box here. Caller, go ahead and state your name and speak, please.
Hello, how are you?
All right. What's your name?
My name is Sharon, calling from Bronx, New York, even though I go by Lady NY. Hi, Larie.
Hello there.
How you doing?
Hello there. I'm doing just fine. Even better that you called, but I'm doing just fine.
All right.
Yeah. It's nice.
All right. Did you have something to say?
No, I just wanted to say hello right quick.
Okay. All right. Well, we will continue with our show right now. Larie, what I want you to, we're going to talk about is Captivating, which is the new single you're pushing out. I really love that upbeat. I really love it. It kind of reminds me of Luther Vandross when he first started off singing a lot of that up music, and I really like that, man. Wow. What inspired you to do that track, Captivating?
Well, through one of my many travels doing a lot of venues in New York, I ran across a producer. I got to give him his props, Mr. Jeff Settles, if he's listening. I had actually forgot meeting the guy, and then I got an email from him, and he's like, listen, I would like to work with you. I got a few tracks I wanted you to hear. So it was something about this particular track that just piqued my interest, and I was like, hey, you know what? I want to write to this. And the beat was so captivating. And I was talking to a young lady about it, you know, and she was like, well, why not twist it a little bit? And we were always talking about, you know, the woman's body. What about her mind as well? You know what I'm saying? What about what really captivates a real man, you know, to a woman? Yeah. So I wrote the lyrics. I actually wrote it that night. I said, listen, I'm ready to record this because the beat just brought back a lot of memories, you know, when people were dancing and having a good time, you know, because after I left college, you know, of course I used to like to go out to clubs and things, but I started hanging out with the older folks, and they would dance to Frankie Beverly and Maze, Can't Let You Go. I remember Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay, now.
Tonight. Yeah, so they dancing to all this, and I was like, I want to create that kind of vibe, you know, where people can dance and love. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to love somebody, but you can dance to it. So that's what brought about that idea. Yeah.
Well, it got me dancing in my chair.
Yeah. You know, people want to dance. People want to love again.
Chair. So this is what you've been working on since the last time you were on my show. I believe you were on my show back in 2017. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we were there.
So you've been busy.
Yeah, performing. Just been doing a lot. You know, especially before this pandemic hit. I was doing the National Action Network, which is headed by Al Sharpton. I was doing various shows, getting on radio shows. Doing little nightclubs here and there in New York. So, you know, I've been really busy and took a couple of years to create this because I wanted everything to be right, but it's finally here.
Right. Well, you did a very good job. I would like to spin another one of your tracks. This one is called Baby Making Love. Is there a brief story behind this track here you want to tell us about, please?
I actually created this track years ago, but I reconnected with a college friend of mine. I'm going to give him his props for producing the single, Mr. Brian Sullivan. We always talked about working together, but we never got a chance to, you know, during my college years. So I was like, hey, can you update the beat to a more 2000 and whatever time it is now? And when I wrote the song, it just brought back so many memories of harmonies and, you know, a moment where two people, they really love each other. You know, I'm not going to get into the baby making thing, but let's just say you